welcome back to Notts County Talk, another episode of It's All Black and White, episode 5, Accrington at home. The weather's not looking fantastic, but we are unbeaten so far this season. I'm going to go meet Jordan in town very, very shortly, so I'm in a bit of a rush. I'm going to go and get something to eat and go and have a drink with him. What I'm going to ask for this video is, please could you drop a subscription to the channel? We are closing in on 3,700 subscribers, and it would mean a lot to everyone involved. Heading to the ground now then. Lineup has been released. Just had a lovely bit of food, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I went to Slice and Brew, nice independent pizza place if you haven't been.
Oh, we're not sponsored. We're not sponsored.
Well, we might get one now.
Oh, no. Good pizza, though. Good pizza. But lineup, I heard a few whispers this morning that some key players were out. I didn't think it would be Jones, Crowley and Jatta still.
I thought one of them, maybe. But to have Jones and Crowley, our main creative threats out, yeah, it's going to be tough.
It is. My score prediction was 3-0. I'm probably going to downgrade it to a 2. They've got no strikers actually playing, I don't think. And I have met Jake in the nest very, very quickly before the game. Are you concerned about the team, or do you think we're still got enough?
No, we should have enough to beat Accrington. You know, not won a game away from home, scored hardly any goals this season, but you never know against us. Could all change.
Yeah, they haven't got strikers. Who needs to have a big game for Notts though to sort of balance out those players missing? I think Didzy's got to have a big.
Yeah, I think Didsy again carrying on his form from Swindon. Be nice to see Abbott from the start as well.
Yeah.
You know, you went to Swindon, said he played all right for 10 minutes, so looking forward to seeing him. And then hopefully, you know, just we should just be generally beating these. You know, if we've got aspirations of playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see how it goes. Minutes applause just finished in memory of Sven. Obviously, awful news recently. Just kicked off. I am thinking we've got to win. We've got to win this game, despite the players we're missing. Despite the players they're missing, it's a game we should be really looking to win and win. Pretty even start. Notts have won a corner. Accrington have been at the other end. Not too much. I think Cerula has, unexpectedly for me, started on the right with Austin on the left. Maybe they will interchange. It's a long ball up to Didzy, and that's worked. So he's had an effort over the bar. It was very, very ambitious. Well, Edwards just started brightening for me. He did just give the ball away, but he's been in and around, nipping in, winning tackles. So, yeah, 6 minutes in, not too much has happened. Opportunity there. Macquarie links it with Cerula, puts it into Didzy, and we win a corner. I think Didzy knocks it against their player. Decent effort. We've got a corner now. I'm just trying to see who's taking it.
All came from our bits platform.
Short to Sam Austin. Cerula took it. Grant and Austin trying to combine. You can tell we don't have that final cutting edge bit of creativity, but I mean, it is going to be a test, isn't it, of our squad depth today. Seeing if without our 3 major players, if we can get a victory. We've still got him. Matty Platt's looking good. Gives it to Platt. It gives it lovely to Bedu. On. Didzy edge of the box. Didzy again, stunner, and it's 1-0. I mean, what a goal. Jordan just turned around to me and said, you can't give him that space, and you can't give him that space. He's done it 3 times in 2 games now with great finishers. 1-0, and that's what it's taken. Accrington now have to come out and try and attack us a little bit more. Didzy breaks in behind. I don't know where he's got this pace from. And he fires one at their keeper. It's taken a little bit wide, so it was a hard effort. But again, he's in behind, and he's looking for, I think that would have been his 4th of the season. Got a corner again. I think Cerula is going to take this one. A few players lurking. Matty Platt was obviously a threat. Minutes to go in.
Yeah.
Swung in there. Oh, you're nearly right. Keeper claimed it without any problems at all. And then tried to go early. And Lewis McCoy is just going to sweep that up. Oh dear, he's lost it. He's lost it. And he's got to make amends for it. And he does. He wins it very, very well. And Notts look to clear their lines. See again, lovely 1-2 with Grant, and it wasn't quite cleared off the line, but it was heading in. Accrington won a free kick, trying to take it quickly. But yeah, Didzy's our danger man. He's playing very, very well so far. So is Grant. We look fairly comfortable. You know, this is not, so we never know. We could concede just for our time. You have no idea. But right now, we are clearly the team on top. We see him again. Didzy's given time and space. He looks like he's going in the bottom corner. He could have had 3 or 4 this game already, but he's getting into fantastic positions. I wouldn't put it past him scoring again at all. Half time, NOTTS 1, Accrington 0. A half we have pretty much dominated. The only chances they got were from sloppy errors from us. Grant, I did think earlier I said an assist from Grant, I might have said for Didzy's goal, but actually Bedu,
you can tell he's not a centre forward. Jesus, that through ball was so laboured.
Yeah, but
fair play to him. He was up in the right place at the right time.
He was.
In the corner.
How are you feeling about that half?
I feel alright. I think they're very poor. I think that's probably the main takeaway. They're very, very poor. Ablett looks fantastic. He's been all over the place. Looks so well equipped. He's always trying to win the ball. You know, getting into good positions, threading some balls through.
If he carries on this half like the way he played the first half, you can't drop him for the next game.
I struggle to see how you could drop him. No, he's been definitely the bright spot, as well as obviously Didzy with his goal, and he could have had 3, to be honest. He's been just absolute class again.
I'm smiling because here comes Jordan. Come on. Happy with that first half?
Well, without Jones and Crowley, I think we've done all right.
We have done all right.
We've not been as creative, but when we've got the ball, we've looked like we've tried to make stuff happen. And,
for me, what you do is you put Sarula back on the left, maybe halfway through the second half, bring Gordon on down the right, bit of pace, maybe see what Brown has to offer, but at the minute, Didzy's playing very, very well. Didzy could have 4 goals.
Yeah, these don't look threatening at all, touch wood.
You're happy, aren't you, this half? I can tell.
It's been alright so far.
Grant, who looks to be down. Edwards has already been down within 15 seconds of the restart. Now within 5 minutes, Grant's down. Grant looks a little bit more pain than Edwards did, and already you've got Shibani Brown, you've got Kevin Scott, you've got Matty Palmer all warming up. So I don't know whether he'll be okay. He is sat up now. Yeah, we'll see. But he was riding in quite a little bit of pain there. Thought Hinchy had scored. I think he's given it for handball maybe. On Hinchy, it's just kind of hit him and gone in. It must be handball.
I don't think it was handball though, was it?
Well, ref said it is, Joe.
I don't know what happened.
No, I don't know.
Like as if it was like to take the kick off.
There's only that. It's the only thing is it was a handball, but
Not players
no, we're not protesting. Sam Austin's got it now. Game was so flat for 10 minutes. It's finally kicked into life a little bit. Yeah, still 1-0. Didzy should have his spin. What an unbelievable save. Unbelievable save from their goalkeeper, Didzy. Edwards does really well to give it to Sam Austin, who cuts in. It's a good save. It falls to Didzy. You're thinking it's 2-0. It's definitely 2-0. And their keeper flies out and makes an unbelievable save. It does concern me that it's still 1-0, I'll be honest. Because we've seen crazy results, in recent years. In fact, look at the Dagenham game here in the National League season when we should have probably won 4-0. We lost 2-1, I think it was. So we need a second goal because subs can change games. They've made their first sub. To get taken away from Didzy for a big deflection. It's his second of the game. It's his 4th in 2 games. I think it's going to be his. Yeah, that should be game over. What a goal that would have been. Halfway line, Didzy flicks it. Oh, hang on, I've got a chance. Bedu. Play it to Austin. Go on. Bedu on the overlap, flicks it in. Yeah, Didzy flicks it over their player's head, plays it in. We're literally playing football like it's a training session, putting it through a few players' legs, and then it's crossed and another good save from their keeper. It was either Didzy or Grant got the last touch. Albert's got it now, takes it past his man, dives into the tackle. He's been outstanding today, and they get it away. But it is just coming back at Accrington every single time we get the ball. We look so comfortable. Bear in mind, we've got 3 of our best players out. And some players have fully stood out in this game as well and are warranting a place in the game against Bromley next week. absolutely huge chance for Kevin to get his first goal. Puts it wide. I don't think he fully expected it. Brown has come on. I think we may see Gordon at some point, but there's about 10 minutes left. Yeah, they haven't really had a sniff. They just had a first shot on target all game, I think, and it was about 25 yards, never troubled pass. So we're in the 81st minute now. There'll be a little bit of added time, but we should see this out. Didsy man of the match. Abbott must have been in with a shout. 89 on the clock, just added time to go. Still 2-0 Notts. But again, wins the ball back. And it's fed into Edwards, who couldn't quite get there. I'm telling you, this is a very good performance. In the player ratings at the end of this, he's going to be a very, very highly rated player by myself. And offside, well, it's 8 minutes at a time. I'm not sure where that's come from, but yeah, 92nd minute so far.
And the final score now, by the way, Notts County 2, Accrington Stanley 0.
Player ratings then, it's finished. Notts 2, Accrington 0. A game where I'm going to be honest and not being disrespectful, we played a pretty poor side that, based on that showing, are going to massively struggle this season. I know they had a couple of strikers out, but it's a fantastic win. Nevertheless, I've said it multiple times on this alone, it's shown squad depth. Crowley out, Jatta out, Jody out, probably wouldn't have won that last season or struggled. So, kick us off, Alex Bass.
7.5, claimed everything he needed to, did everything he needed to do. Nothing, wasn't tested, didn't have to pull off any like dramatic saves or anything like that. So yeah, clean sheet as well, 7.5.
Macari for me, shaky right at the start. I didn't think he had a fantastic game against Swindon, but then he stepped it up. Attacking intent was absolutely brilliant from him. Those underlapping and overlapping runs where, you know, it's a new thing in football, isn't it? People aren't expecting central defenders. I know he's in a 3, but to be getting forward like he is, and he causes a lot of problems. So
yeah,
I'm going to go 7.
He did overlap a lot. I think first half he was a bit shaky, but like you said, grew into the game.
Yeah.
I think second half was a lot better, so 7 as well for me.
Platt, I can't say this enough. For me, one of the best centre-backs in the division. On the showing I've seen, a massive upgrade on last season. Kicks, heads, everything away. Bullies strikers. You're confident for him to win any long ball. And you know what? He can put a pass in. So I'm going to go, I think, genuinely an 8. I know they didn't offer a lot, but an 8. Bedu, you kick off.
Well, I would have said Platt 7.5 just because he did what he needed to do. Not everything great, but
clean sheets.
Yeah, but Bedu, I'd say an 8 because he got the assist. And also he was the extra man in attack sometimes when the Accrington defence didn't know what to do with him. They didn't have that extra man to pick him up, and he offered that outlet sometimes. So for me, 8 for Bedu.
Yeah. Wing backs threw me a little bit. I'm going to go Cerula, who actually played on the right when I expected him to play on the left. I thought he was really good. Attacked really, really well.
Better in the second half.
Yeah.
When he could get the ball and turn and attack at his man. He had a few moments in the first half where he was back to goal and he was having to come in to receive it.
It took players on though.
Yeah. 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. The fact he was able to take players on, you know, I thought we might lack that with Jody, but he was good. I think, although it looked quite soft, I think he should have won a penalty in the first half personally. Ref didn't give it. I can see why he didn't give it. It goes to the other side, Austin, a player that I don't think had a massive impact. But what you got, we played a team where we didn't need 4 or 5 creative players. So you just had Austin there just to be that player that can get up and down, did his job really, really well. Nothing spectacular from him, but he was actually pretty good. I'm torn between a 6.5 and a 7.
I think 7, just because of his work rate. And I think if Chickson was there, he would have been deeper, so I think having Austin meant it put that pressure on a bit more on the defence, so he was always there and ready to join the attack. So although he didn't do much, I think he contributed in a way that still helped the rest of the team, so I think a 7.
Yeah, Hinchy. We both said last weekend against Swindon we thought he was pretty average at best.
And sometimes poor.
Yeah, and I think he improved today.
Yeah, he did. He was a bit shaky to begin with, but again, like a lot of the players, they grew into the game, maybe nerves because they didn't have...
Yeah.
They knew Jones and Crowley weren't playing, so they had to step up a bit. But yeah, I think he played a lot better. I would give him...
I think it's 7.
7 defensively. I can't knock him defensively. I think he's really good defensively, but just sometimes on the ball, he needs to work on that. 7 for me as well, yeah.
Oh, let's go for it. Abbott, Oh my goodness.
I think if Didzy didn't score 2 goals, he's man of the match.
Well, I'm giving him an 8.5. I think he was
no, I
absolutely
agree.
unreal. Every tackle from the first minute to the 98th minute, where I don't know where I was 8 minutes at a time, he was flying in. He looked like he had lost no energy throughout the game. Like, he was on everything.
His spatial awareness, and I can see Accrington had the ball, and they was going to play it out, and he just like looked around, followed his man, and he was in the right place at the right time every time to break up their attack. He ran that midfield.
He was outstanding.
For a 19-year-old making his home debut, there's a lot to come from that lad.
And everybody around said how good he was. I saw 10 minutes against Swindon. I thought he looked good, and you can't say much on 10 minutes, but he showed it in that 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If he carries on like that,
to have him for the season, I can't see him being recalled really.
No.
So I think we've done a great signing there.
We have.
So.
Grant for me was excellent. I'm going to go 8 for Grant. Genuinely, I thought he stepped up. He was what we needed. Well, what we get from Dan Crowley today. I think every time he got the ball, he turned and he went forward, and that's what Crowley does. I think he was brilliant. So I'm going to go 8.
I think he was brilliant, but I don't think he was quite as brilliant as you're maybe saying. I'm going to say 7.5, because just he did all the good things well and all the things he needed to do well, but like nothing like that stood out amazing like Didzy or
fair enough. Edwards, industrious is my word. Everywhere.
He was still running to the last minute as well. He was going all the way, and I didn't expect that. Obviously, he's a bit of an older one in the group. Didn't really know what his fitness was like. I think it took a while to build up, maybe through pre-season. But looking at that, he can run forever, really.
I'm gonna go 7.5
for me. Yeah, 7.5.
Does that just leave Didzy? I think it does.
Yeah.
Oh,
8.5 or 9.
I hope we don't miss one this season.
This is his second 8.5 or 9.
8.5.
Yeah.
Two great goals. 8.5. First was brilliant.
Did we give an 8.5 against Swindon as well?
I can't remember. He should have had 5 goals today. 2 great saves. He should have had 5 goals.
Yeah.
And Accrington, the one thing you don't do is give Didzy space on his right foot at the edge of the box, and they did it every time.
How do you watch the last game and let that happen? I don't know.
I hope we've not missed anyone. We've done the back 5. We've done Grant,
subs.
which is 6. We've done Didzy 7. We've done Edwards 8. Abbott 9.
Didzy was 8.5.
No, I'm on about the number of the players. Okay. I don't know. I hope we haven't missed anyone out.
Subs, so quick, let's do subs. Gordon came on, left wing back.
Yeah.
Thought he'd come on at the right. Didn't really do much, but 6.5, didn't really, I don't know, hard to give him any higher.
Yeah, I agree. Who else?
Brown,
again,
6.5, but
much of him.
His turn of pace and like his acceleration can be dangerous. He looked promising.
Yeah.
Scott,
this is the downside. I think he limped off at the end with groin injury.
And he had that chance where he just poked it. It just landed, I think, a bit too soon for him. He didn't quite see it quick enough. Had that chance where maybe could have done a bit better. 6.5. Maybe, 6.5. The subs didn't really have too much of an impact, but the game was pretty stale because Accrington didn't offer much.
And then who's our final player? Have we done Gordon?
Palmer.
Yeah. Great to see him back. When he's in that team with Abbott, I mean, and we've got Robbo to come back as well. You know, it's just good to see Palmer in there. 6.5, I think.
Yeah.
None of the subs. The game changed when the subs
they
came on.
They didn't really need to do much either, to be honest. I think it was just see the game out and that was it. So.
They didn't. Jordan, you're becoming a regular on the player ratings.
Yeah.
A regular on the player ratings. It's good to have Jordan on.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. It's good to have him on. That is the end of the video then. The end of episode 5. It's all black and white. 5 games. 5 where we haven't lost. We've got Bromley away next. Bromley are doing okay, but we're going to have a video for that. So as always, please do subscribe to the channel. 10 away now from that big mark we're looking at, 3,700. Leave the comments for your player ratings if you enjoyed the game, have you listened, and like the video.